Hey there, how are you? My name is Jenna Matlin, jennamatlin.com. I am a pro tarot reader, psychic medium, and lover and reader of all things divination oriented. And today I wanted to take you through a walkthrough of a Kipper reading. Now, Kipper is the unsung hero of the divination world, and a lot of people either know of it or have never heard of it. There's not a lot of resources for it in English. It's mostly a German practice. But it's very similar to Lenormand with some really interesting twists. Now, Thomas Whithold of thehermitsmirror.com sent me a copy that he just created with Ciolo Thompson of the Sea-Born Kipper. And I'm sorry about my camera. It is Mercury retrograde, and my camera has been freaking out ever since. But anywho, the Kipper is like Lenormand, like I said, but it has directives and it's really, really interesting. And I thought I could kind of showcase a spread walkthrough to get you as excited as I have been, because I like messaged Thomas and was like, WWF, this is so crazy accurate. I don't even know. Totally surprised by this sleeper hit, and I want more people to talk to about it because it is my current obsession. And I want you to talk about it with me. I need more people. So let's do a walkthrough so I can completely entice you into learning this for yourself. It's pretty quick, especially if you do Lenormand. This will be very quick to learn, I promise you. Thomas also on his website, thehermitsmirror.com, he does have a passive online course that you can take, which I recommend. So let's get into a general reading. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Share. Nope, that's not right. Stop share. Um, hmm. I keep getting messed up. Let me see here. There we are. I believe you should see my screen. Yes. So here we have, for those of you that do Lenormand, this looks like a basic 3x3. And we have 3 cards in the middle. That is the base reading. And the principal, so principal 1 means the querent. And she would traditionally, principal 1 was always a male-bodied person, but this is one of the wonderful differences they made in this deck, is that you can be number 1 no matter who you are. You can be male, you can be female, you can be whatever. So I've chosen principal 1 female, and what's to the left of her is the past, what's to the right of her is the future. Those 3 cards above her are thoughts, plans, top of mind stuff. And then the 3 below are feelings. So we're going to get into it. So what we have is if you look to the card all the way over to the left, we have sorrow. And sorrow has so each card has a direction. And to help me remember, because it's new for me, I slightly defaced the cards. I'm sorry, guys, but I added the symbols that reminded me what direction those cards need to go. So what we have is a little X below sorrow. That for me indicates it's a stop card. Now, a stop card acts as like, this is the end of the sentence. It's period, the end. Don't add any more cards. So we don't need to do anything about that. Now we look all the way over to the right and we have a card called the playful one. Sometimes she's called rich girl. And I feel like this is somebody important to the principal. I intuitively would read this as like a sister or a younger good friend or younger family member, but they're tight. They're really, really close. They're looking at each other. So there is something that has either happened to the 2 of them, or some sorrowful information that has passed between the 2 of them. So that's, oh yes, the playful one, if you see, her symbol has like a little L on it. And the L means like you move to the left or place a left card. Since we already have a card there, there's nothing more we need to do with this line. And the next thing we'll do is go to the 3 cards at the top. Okay, so now we're going to look at the three cards at the top and also the base three. So let me get that going. Perfect. So now you see, and I've zoomed in so you can see it much more clearly, we have long way, letter, and funeral. Now, long way, the symbol I wrote for that is down and to the right. So it's long way, down one and to the right one, that brings us to principal. Long way for principal. Okay. Above principal, what's on her mind? She's thinking about a letter or some kind of information that's come to her. As you see, it has a little X. That means it's a stop card. We don't do anything with that. And then the card after that is funeral. And if you look next to the funeral, it has an equal sign that I wrote because funeral, its direction or directive is cause and effect. So letter is the cause, and it's usually about some kind of ending. And what's the effect? We don't know. So I have to add more cards. So this is the cool thing about Kipper is that each time you do this, this spread is going to have a very different shape depending on the movements that the cards are suggesting that we do. So let me get that up. Okay, I've placed the rest of the cards for that line, and then we're going to get into it. Yeah, let's do that. For some reason, I cannot share screen and then hit record. I don't know. But anyways, so as you see, we have the three cards we just did before: long way, letter, funeral. Now, funeral is a cause and effect, so I had to pull another card. The card I pulled after that was journey. Journey is what's called a movement card. So it's really about you're moving within the direction that the ship is going. I believe I got that right. And then, so I had to pull another card. And then the final card is living room. And as you see, living room has an X, which means it's a stop card. So now we have a bit of a complete sentence. We have long way, letter, funeral, journey, living room. Very interesting. I'm also seeing that funeral is sitting above playful one. So I feel there's information that has come to our principal that it could be around some kind of ending that also concerns the playful one that initiates a journey for our principal to the living room. So the living room tells me, and it kind of reiterates what I was already feeling that I had already talked about earlier, is that this is possibly a family-based affair. Again, sibling could be playful one could be the sibling, because living room to me is like traveling to the family home or traveling to where family is, and that there's a domestic situation that has occurred around an ending of some sort. So that's as far as I get there. And the next thing we do is we start to look at the cards that we had below. So the three base cards that we pulled was short illness, work, and murky thoughts. Short illness has that infinity symbol idea that I put, meaning it's a connector card. It's chaining things together. Then we got murky thoughts to the right. Murky thoughts has an equal sign similar to our funeral card, and it is a cause and effect card. So I had to pull another card there as well, and we get a house. Now the house is a stop card, which means we're done. We cannot add any more cards. So this is the full row. Success and love is also an X card, which is a stop card. So I don't add any more cards to the past as well. We are housed on either side with stop cards. Like this is all the reading wants to talk about the situation right now. So I wasn't sure at first what this was concerning, the funeral, the journey, the living room. I thought it could have been a death in the family, literally. But with that success in love, that leads me to think, this could also be about rich girl, playful one. Maybe she's ending a relationship, or that there are major problems in a love relationship because we have success in love, short illness. It's not been going well. That is going to lead for more work. And playful one isn't sure she wants to do that more work in the house. So that's one way to read that. We also see that the principal, we look at her line. Let me make this So we have work below principle and letter. There's a letter that comes in that maybe springs her into action and to help or support in some way. We look at playful one, and she's got funeral above her. She's thinking about ending something, but she's uncertain if she should end it or if like she should continue to try. I would lean more toward the former than the latter. But this energy of success and love and long illness. And then you also see above long illness, sorrow and long way. It just feels like this has been a relationship that maybe has been on again, off again, or has had a lot of challenges. It's already been a lot of work. And our playful one is kind of done, but there's a lot to consider about the home, could be financial or family aspects. So in some way, our principal is going to maybe help her make that decision or help support the decision she makes. So there you have it. I know I talk really, really fast, but you can always go back and review it. But that's in a nutshell how it works. And that's the cool thing about this system, is that the shape looks different every time because you're expanding the reading depending on what the cards are telling you to do. It's a very unique approach. And in my experience, and I've already started using this for like quick hits with my clients, it's been so crazy accurate and so crazy on the point that I'm really surprised, and it's my newest obsession. So if that excites you and you're like, wow, that's really cool, I want to try that, again, we have the Seaborn Kipper, and Thomas of hermitsmirror.com, he has a course on that. And get to reading, because this is crazy accurate. At least it has been for me. So I did this as like a test run, not really activating myself, but now I'm kind of thinking, I wonder what's going on with the family. I wonder what's happening, and maybe I'll hear something soon. So that's the Kipper. Have fun. And I think I may follow this up at some point with how to cast charms over the Kipper readings such as this, because right now I'm really into layering lots of systems into a very complex story. So maybe that'll be next time. So enjoy, have fun, and let me know what you think. Bye.